Hey, quick question. You think if I change the head gasket and put some lookies in it, I'll be alright?
What the fuck? Don't feel bad when I'm down, I'ma be okay. This red gon' come right back around and smack the BOA. Only the members gon' come round if you was down one. We gon' battle Tom Brady on a shotgun. Knew I was finna be great when I came out the wound. They hate that I'm a butterfly that came out that cocoon.
So you know what that means. It's another good day, YouTube. Drove all the way to Riverside to blow up. Alright, we go get going for the tow truck lady change her mind. So y'all already know. Ain't no need of me saying nothing. But I'm gonna tell y'all the story anyway. So here we go. The story goes. Car been running smooth, man. Cruising about 2 weeks. Smooth. Head gasket. Man, the car ran cooler than I've seen it run in a long time. The temperature gauge was actually usually be by that little emblem or whatever for the temperature. It was like pretty much usually it'd be on it, not straight up and down, but you know, a little to the left. This time it was like, wow. I was like, damn, we running cool as hell, you know what I'm saying? But I was still scared to give it a boost. So I'll keep it like this, you know what I'm saying? So I had to go to my parents' house, Riverside. So I was like, I'm gonna take this bad boy. I'm gonna cruise down there, see how it do. All the way down, ran good, cool. Looking at the temperature gauge, got off, listening to the fan before I got on the freeway. It blows and then it cuts off, and not staying on all extra long and all that. So I get down to Riverside. So you know, by me cruising the car, and I'm like, hey, look, I get out the freeway. I'm around the corner. I'm like, I made it, man. Get this thing a little boost, see what it do. I'm at the last light to my parents' house. It's left-hand turn. I make that left-hand turn, you know what I'm saying? Got little onlookers, you know, stopped at red lights waiting on me to turn and all that stuff. I had to slow down because of the dip. And once I get along that, make that left-hand turn and get through the dip and everything, I lay into a whoop, first gear. Sounds good. Bang, second gear, I heard a pop. Now, this car usually pop anyway. It's kind of in the tune. You know what I'm saying? It'll pop, 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 pop. You know that new pop stuff. So the pop didn't really, it's like whatever. It pops, you know. It didn't stir me or nothing like that. But when it popped, it cut off. And I was like,
no, God, please, no!
It ain't supposed to cut off with the pop. It's supposed to pop and keep on scooting. You know what I'm saying? So when pop cut off, I looked in the rear view. I see white smoke. So I'm like, oh no, it all went wrong. So I go to turn to crank it. Started, went clank. It just went click. And I'm like, nah. So in my mind, I'm like, dang, my engine locked up. Either I threw a ride or whatever the case may be, but it wouldn't crank. So I coast over to the side because now I'm embarrassed. The onlookers looking, and they're like, this nigga done blew his shit up. Oh, man. So, you know, I coast over to the side. Once the momentum stopped, I had to coast over. I call my wife, like, hey, I'm around the corner. This bad boy just cut off. You know what I'm saying? They don't even want to start. So when I hang up with her, I go to crank it, and it started to crank. So I'm like, cool. My engine ain't locked up. I get out and check. No hole in the block or anything. Everything looked normal. I seen a few water drops by the radiator cap, but no big deal. So I squeezed the radiator hose and I noticed it was soft. And I'm like, that ain't good. I'm like, it should have some pressure in it. So I took the cap off and went no water in it. So I'm like, where did my water go? I checked the recovery tank. It was where it always be. So I'm like, no. And then I go in the car, I go to crank it, and it fired up. I had a misfire, blop, 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 blowing white smoke out the back. So I'm like, all right, I didn't blew another damn head gasket. No big deal. So I get the thing, I blop, blop, blop all the way to their house, which is just around the corner. And when I get there, I let them know I didn't blow this thing up. Well, at least another head gasket. So I'm like, man, I'm going to fix it. Blah, blah, yakety, smackety, fast forward. I go to fix it. I take the head off the thing. I'm looking at the gasket like, this gasket look good. It's all blue. You know what I'm saying? I don't see no chip blue spots or anything. This thing look delicious. I look at a little closer, cylinder number 2, and this is where the fun starts. All right, let's take a little gander. Going around this bad boy right here. And you can see the head gasket, man, that thing look good. I started looking in there. Excuse the hanger, but I had to keep this from dragging the ground since the head went on it. So I took the head off, changed the head gasket. And when I looked in there, I'm like, oh man, what if I change the head gasket and throw some Lucas in it? I should be all right. Senator number 2 said,
Hey, look! I can't take this shit no more.
man, another engine. I just put this thing in there a couple months back. God damn! So this gonna be coming out, and I gotta source another one. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I got a block over there, but I think it needs some machine work. I bought that thing for $100 from this dude years ago off Craigslist. He said ain't nothing wrong with it, but I ain't tore it down to actually inspect it. So I don't want to just blindly throw that one in and have problems out of that. So I need another block. If I could buy another short block, that's good. Throw that bad boy in and get it up and running. This is getting expensive, man. I didn't put a lot of money in this car the past 6-7 months, and it runs 2-3 months at a time, if that, a couple weeks at a time. You know what I'm saying? I put this head gasket on 2 weeks ago. I can't keep doing this, man. But I do have some footage of the trip coming down. Once I edit that, I'll show y'all the trip. Yeah, man, this damn car, I don't think it liked me.
You feel me?
Yeah, so that was my weekend. How y'all doing?
This ain't over.